I'm live, I think. We shall wait and see. How well you guys can hear me. All right. Let's see, what do you say? Hello, JDN. Sorry, I was having technical difficulties. My internet crapped out like 15 minutes before I was supposed to live stream. So now, here I am. I had to like gather the clips last minute too. All right. Sorry about the late stream, you guys. We can wait a bit to see if anyone else shows up. I hope my audio is okay. All right. Hope you guys had a happy Thanksgiving over the weekend in the States. Or it was last weekend, wasn't it? I don't even know anymore. I'm sorry, I'm Canadian. All right. Okay, well, today is a bit of an untraditional live stream. I don't usually live stream on Tuesdays, but I thought it would be cool to watch some classic Alice scenes. For those of you that may not know, the actress that played Alice on General Hospital passed away this last summer, and we just found out maybe a few weeks ago. And I thought before we get into the GHMV Reacts Christmas edition, that we would watch some Alice scenes. Hello, hello. I've been good, JDN. Hello, Aileo Pardes. Man, yeah, we're just chilling for now. There's not a whole lot of people here, but we're gonna watch some Alice scenes today. Do you guys have any Alice favorite scenes? I've got a few lined up, but you know, it's kind of scarce to find some good scenes of Alice on the interwebs because she was such a minor character, but she was a fun character. She really was. I've got some different chill music on today. Alright. So I think we'll just start then. I don't know. Oh. JDN, you said my favorite when she would always go off on Tracy. I loved Alice and Tracy's banter. I wish I could remember when this was, but the most hilarious scene I found between Alice and Tracy, that I enjoyed anyway. I didn't find it. I wish I could, and it was just such a small scene, and it was like at the beginning of an episode, and Tracy like kind of bellowed, "Alice!" and then you just hear her in the background, "What?" And Tracy just looked shocked. Oh man, Alice didn't take anyone's shit on General Hospital, did she? And she loved her Mr. Luke Spencer, of course. Hey Dinara! How's it going? See, I wanted to wait a little bit longer because I knew other people would show up. I just knew I was late. And I was like, I don't know who's gonna still be waiting around 15 minutes from when I was supposed to start, but I'm glad you guys showed up. Loved Alice, sad she left GH. I love how she waited on Luke and the crush she had on him. Yeah. Her crush on Luke was great. Oh man. Yeah, like obviously, she left, I think, back in 2014. But what I didn't know is that she had a disease that was debilitating her, and that's why she left. And then I guess it got the better of the actress this year, and unfortunately she passed away, and she was, you know, she was a light on the show, honestly. Freezing but good, yeah, it sounds about right, Dinara. It's not as cold as it was a few weeks ago here, but it's cold enough. We got some freezing rain tonight, so that's going to be fun to walk in the morning. Alright, we got JDN's favorite Alice moment. We got Leoparda's favorite moment. Dinara, what's your favorite Alice scene? Yeah, I miss Alice too. I wonder who cleans the house now that the Quartermains don't have a maid. Probably Olivia. Or maybe they have one and they just never show her, like Annabelle II, the dog that we never see. But we did hear in the background yesterday, so that was funny. Alright. I guess we're gonna get ready to watch some scenes. I've got a few good ones lined up. I'll give it a surprise. One of them I had to go onto Twitter to find because I cannot find the scene on YouTube. But the rest, they are from YouTube, and I just kind of searched around. I sadly didn't watch the show when she was on it. Aww. So you're here to learn and appreciate. Well, I've gathered some clips. Like I said, there's not a whole lot of her because she was kind of a minor character. But when she was on, she was so funny. Oh, leopardess. I'm a female leopard. Oh my gosh. I feel so embarrassed. Goodness gracious me. Leopardess. Growl. Growl. I'm there. I'm Leopardus. Oh my god. And you know what? I thought it could be leopard something, but I was like, maybe this person's name is Leopardus, and I should just go with that. My mistake. An embarrassing one. Oh, you read up on Alice earlier? Yeah, she was cool. I think the thing that she was known for, obviously, besides being the Quartermain maid, was just being the woman that had a crush on Luke and being a wrestler on the side. We never got to see her wrestle, but we knew she could take people on. Hey, Dawn. Glad you made it. I've been trying to buy time a little bit to get more people. Dawn, do you have a favorite Alice scene? She broke Morgan's arm. Maybe, you know what? I kind of vaguely remember something, but I feel like what really happened was, I think Brian Craig, who played Morgan, broke his arm, and they just wrote it in that Morgan got his arm broken by Alice when they were play wrestling. I feel like that's probably what happened. Those scenes would have been something, though, if they played out on screen. There is one scene from 2012 that I so want to put, and I'm debating it because it was so funny, and it was after AJ had escaped, or not escaped, or he broke his, like, what did he break? He broke his ankle monitor and went away because he thought Michael was in danger. And then it was Tracy's little scheme to get him thrown back in jail. While you're at work. Alice and Luke. Mr. Luke, yeah. Yeah. That was kind of her last hurrah on the show, I think, too, when Alice ended up in the hospital. I think she had some kind of heart condition, right? And Tracy made sure that she got, you know, a heart transplant. Well, we got a few people now, so I think we should start watching some Alice scenes and pay our respects to the late Bergen Williams. Class act she was. I am stoked for it. Got a few clips lined up. They're all kind of short because, again, Alice wasn't really, you know, a main character of any sort. She was just kind of always in the background, but always a joy to watch. So I think we should get ready. Alice is my girl. Yeah. She's a real one, JDN. Okay. Alright. Let's get this party started then. I'm going to shrink my camera all the way down here. I'm sure there's a way to do this that doesn't look so jarring. I gotta figure this thing out. I'm still new to streaming, guys. I'm sorry. There we go. We got YouTube on. You don't come on GH and not end up being a patient. Yeah, that's true. Everyone becomes a patient eventually. Alright. Let me turn down my mood music. Boom. And let's watch. This scene is when the Quartermaines first met Spinelli, but Spinelli seemed to know Alice very well. So let's watch together. And let me know if the audio is okay.
Oh, welcome, traveler.
Hey, how are the slopes?
Perfect.
What's that, your ski instructor?
This is my friend Spinelli, and he needs a place to stay.
No kidding. What does that have to do with us?
Well, it's not like we don't have plenty of rooms.
Let me make something perfectly clear. You do not have carte blanche to fill up our guest rooms with your weird friends.
And let me make something clear, Tracy. You don't get to decide because this is my house.
Don't. You don't even know that boy.
Well, shouldn't any friend of Miss Lulu's be a friend of ours?
Ah, back when Alice had really long hair.
I don't know. Do you? It's obvious what's happening. Lulu is reeling from yet another emotional crisis brought about by her worthless excuse of a father.
Stop griping, will you, Tracy? If you're so fed up with Luke, divorce him.
I'm for that.
Well, maybe Tracy doesn't want to get a divorce.
Well, maybe Tracy can speak for herself. Thank you, Monica.
Just trying to help.
You can help by not encouraging Lulu.
Oh my God, no way! It's Stone Cold looking strangely like a visitor from Planet Prep.
What the hell is he talking about?
You guys knew this dude before he was, like, armed and dangerous?
He's my
It
grandson,
is
Jason.
Monica's house.
Monica and I are his parents.
Is the audio
people
okay on
owe
the
me. I
video,
just
guys?
totally
Is
saved his
my microphone
butt.
okay? Can you guys hear me
You
clearly?
saved Jason?
From what?
Hold on. I can explain everything. So, the bottom line is Spinelli is the one who supplied the evidence that exonerated Jason.
Oh, well done, young man.
Anybody who goes to the mat for my son is welcome in this house, even if it does belong to Monica, right?
Right, yes.
Does anybody but me find it fascinating that Lulu knows so much about Port Charles mob doings when she's supposedly on a ski vacation?
Where'd you get your 401? Lulu was totally...
Oh, look, here comes Alice with a giant sandwich for you.
Oh my God! I get why you're so familiar! You're the Dominator!
Oh, for God's sake, Alice, I thought you'd given that up.
Well, just because I work for you doesn't mean I don't have a life of my own. She's a major star. I mean, y'all need to check her out. She totally rules the ring every Friday night.
Go on.
Oh, God, for real? Oh, she totally wiped the floor with Pam the Punisher. Well, she deserved it. She is such a loud mouth. She's lucky that's all I did. Oh, man, you're amazing.
Could we get back to the point?
Is there one?
Is there ever one?
I would like to get to the bottom of how Lulu knows so much about Jason's latest life-threatening caper.
That is a good question.
Oh, no. Oh, hell no. No, what is he doing here?
Oh, good. Dylan's here. Perhaps he can shed some light on what Lulu's been up to and what Spumoni has to do with it.
Spinelli?
Look, Stepmonster, I appreciate your concern. Really, I do. But I'm fine. In fact, you'd be happy to know that I'm setting aside my own personal pain to reach out and help others like Spinelli. And it is very kind of you to open your home and your hearts.
Let him stay here. We will all regret it.
Stop being so rude to my fan. We're very happy to have you here. By the way, you can call me Alice. Wow. I'm so honored to meet you. It's just...
I'm gonna puke.
Okay, I would like some alone time with my guest.
Come on, everyone. Let's get out and give Lulu some private time.
God, this is ridiculous, being ordered out of my own den by the maid.
Just keep moving.
Thank you.
There's your den.
My pleasure.
You know my mom was right. It's a catastrophically bad idea having him stay here.
What? I know how to be a good house guy.
Somehow I doubt that. But that's beside the point. You don't want him here.
You keep saying that, but I'm not hearing why.
Because Spaghetti over here can't keep his mouth shut, and the Quartermaines are expert at extracting information. How long do you think it's going to be, Lulu, before they figure out they are trying to prove your mother's innocence by figuring out who killed Rick Weber?
What happened with Georgie?
Laura. Lulu was trying to
Focus
find
on the
out
mystery,
who was
okay?
the-
Oh, it's that bad.
Okay, Lulu, seriously, I'm going to walk away from this if you don't drop it.
Hey, all right, touchy.
Okay. What do you want to do next?
Well, I want to go back to the
Really
Scorpio
wasn't
attic
that
and walk through the murder again
That
and
was
come
like
up with a list of
gray hair.
names
Same
of
with
people who
Vanilla,
would
though.
want Rick Weber dead.
Change in plans. Your friend is going to have to find someplace else to stay.
Wait, you just said that he could stay here.
Well, I reconsidered. Tracy made some valid points. He is affiliated with mob activities, and he is the cause of tension between Jason and Alcazar, and that could cause problems for us that we don't need. And that includes you, Lulu. So I'd appreciate it if he would leave. Immediately.
Hold on, Regal One. Just give me a chance.
Don't beg. We'll find you another place. Thank you for absolutely nothing, Monica.
What just happened?
Yeah. What was that all about? Oh, Regal One. You were all set to have that boy stay here, if only to torture me. Why the sudden change of heart?
Well, guess what? This is my house, and I don't owe you or anybody else an explanation of what I choose to do with it.
Dun. I think Monica was being cautious.
Oh, I'm
She
going to be in the
thought-
living
I'll
room.
pause
Would
this.
you be so kind as to ask Alice
Pause.
if there's any rush?
Oh my goodness. Gotta love the potato quality too. So Monica thought that Alan really killed Rick, and I think Alan thought Monica did. Like, I think there was some confusion there, but obviously it turned out that Scott Baldwin did. All the rewrites, man. All the rewrites. Alright, now we're gonna watch this potato quality clip. I'm sorry guys, you know, back in the day we didn't care about HD, we just cared that we got to see GH in any capacity, alright? So bear with the quality. This has a bit of Luke and Alice's kind of relationship on the show. Again, I had to kind of scrounge these clips up last minute because I was going to do that within, you know, the last half hour of me before I went to live streaming, and then my internet crapped out. Hopefully it stays. All right, so yeah, let's watch this scene together.
And caviar available. If not, I'll take whatever the snack du jour is.
If you're feeling charitable, you can drive your father back to town. If not, let him make his own way back to the Haunted Star or Kelly's or a homeless shelter for all.
What's this god-awful racket? Oh, no, not you. I swear you Spencers are worse than a plague of locusts.
Daddy, don't worry. Luke is about to hobble out of here permanently.
Monica's making amends.
Well, Monica's amends are not my problem, but I will not have this freeloader hanging around this house.
Edward, it's Monica's house.
Alan gave it to her.
Right.
Yes, but they're my cigars and my liquor, and I refuse to share.
You'd better rethink that, Mr. Q.
Alice, my sweet.
Welcome home, Mr. Luke.
This is not his home, Alice.
Whither thou goest, goest I, wife.
Quote the Bible to me, you atheist.
Dad, I have some errands to run, and you're gonna be okay if I leave you.
Did you hear that? Your ride is leaving. You better go with her. It's a long walk back
Go
to town.
ahead. Have fun. I'll be fine. Alice, does Cook have any Russian caviar?
All chilled and waiting. And she's made those little toast points just the way you like them.
Alice, Luke is not staying.
Well, then neither am I. Or Clip.
miss Julie
Or any of the
too,
other
Dave.
staff. If Mr. Luke goes, we all go.
Alice, I'm going to call your bluff. Cook will not quit on Luke's behalf.
Cook is absolutely devoted to Mr. Luke.
Since when?
Since I taught her to beat me at poker.
You play cards with Cook?
I play cards with the whole staff every Thursday night when I'm in town. Cook has great card shark instincts.
Yeah,
the gardener
Tracy, really
couldn't
cool
bluff his way out of a
look,
petunia
actually. I like
patch.
this
But why
haircut.
haven't
You were
I
so
been
used to seeing
invited
her
to
with,
join
like,
this game?
sort of
Edward,
the-
you're welcome
those
anytime.
short of
Sure.
length,
Well,
hair
I've
that
been
she
looking
had.
for a new game ever since mine at the club folded.
Oh, no, wait a minute. This is not about cards or food. This is about my marriage. Luke cheats on me, he spends my money, and he treats me disrespectfully.
Well, then why don't you divorce the lot and be done with it?
Because she loves me. Don't you, Popsicle? I swear to you, Tracy, I haven't been unfaithful to you in weeks. Months.
Weeks.
Many, many months.
Because you've been flat on your back in a hospital bed.
Just the way you like me.
You were the one that almost killed yourself with all your carousing.
Yeah, well, you were the one that smashed my kneecap to bits with an IV pole on purpose. I think you just want to keep me incapacitated.
You were mobile enough for that streetwalker.
Oh, for God's sake, how many times do I have to tell you that was Claudia Zaccara, Mob princess with a screw loose. She came on to me.
And you did nothing to fend her off.
This is pointless. You know who I am. You know how I live. You married me anyway.
Look, you got me drunk. You tricked me.
And you've never been happier in your life.
Okay. You can stay. But this time, you're at my mercy.
Classic Luke and Tracy.
Excuse me. Do you have a drink menu?
This was when
Anything you want, man.
and Alex
That
was up on
remains to be
Bergen.
seen.
Take it easy, Kenny.
Old King Howard guy. Probably Falcon Canary.
So have you made up your mind, miss?
I've been working far too long for far too little.
Oh, working no play is just a crime.
Yeah. There was an incident at work. I can be a demanding boss, but when one's apprentice winds up in the ICU, I think it's time to reevaluate one's priorities.
I'd agree, but you know what? First, I need your expertise in another area.
Name it.
How do I get out of jury duty?
If Sonny Corinthos can shoot his own son, he can sure as hell shoot yours. Ethan is in big trouble. Get back here, Luke.
I've always liked that Ethan boy. He's charming in a in a disreputable kind of way. Wouldn't surprise me if he steals all the valuables out of Alexa's house, but I do find it difficult to believe that he would attack her teenage daughter.
Well, he's obviously covering up some serious rage.
Alice, what the hell are you so happy about?
Yeah, have you forgotten that this silver needs polishing? It also needs to be dropped off at the Ladies Guild for the Easter auction.
And what about the garden shed? The gardener is certainly not going to clean it out.
You stop that! What about the mud on those back steps?
No can do to all of you.
Excuse
me?
I have jury duty.
You're connected. You know people. You must know a judge or two.
Yes, but judges don't pick juries. Attorneys do.
Well, see, that's what I mean. I have no idea how the system works. I'm not qualified, and even if I was picked, it would be a hardship.
Ooh, how hard?
Real hard. I mean, I make my living at night, you know? I need my sweet woman at night.
Smitten at
In the wee hours of the morning.
wedding.
The occasional afternoon. See, if I got jury duty, then all that goes out the window.
Yes, but you would appreciate me so much more.
But it's so damn early in the morning, Kate. And why should I have to go listen to some sob story about a dude who was dumb enough to get caught? I mean, if they would just leave crime to professionals, no one would ever have to bother with jury duty.
Yes, but a man showing up, willing to perform his civic duty, it's kind of hot. Yeah, and it provides the perfect opportunity for a makeover. You show up for jury duty, and I will provide the wardrobe.
Well, that would be the best case scenario.
Yes, until court adjourns, and then I simply must remove the clothing myself.
Killed. Alright. Oh my god, it's even worse.
Exciting.
I'm
Here
so
we
sorry,
are,
guys.
finally allowed to talk about the case. What is this?
Ground rules on how to proceed in an orderly manner. Follow along. Okay, everyone. Rule number 1. If you have something to say, please raise your hand.
What is this, grade school? Do we raise our hands to go to the bathroom too?
Well, great minds think alike, if you'll notice. That's rule number 2.
Who died and left you God?
You all did when you voted me jury foreperson.
Yeah, well, you pressured us into this. Maybe the first order of business here should be to vote for another foreperson.
That violates rule number 3.
Hey, Angel Blue.
This isn't a dictatorship, you know.
Okay, I think that Alice has the right idea, even though her way of implementing it may be a little heavy-handed.
Wait, are you calling me fat, Twiggy?
No, I am agreeing with you. We need guidelines on procedure, otherwise it will be a free-for-all.
Lisa
and
Niles
we'll never
on
get
jury duty
anywhere.
too.
Thank you, Lisa.
only
What
they
she
knew.
said. Now, keep your rules with you at all times and we won't have any problems. Let's begin.
I have an idea on how to proceed.
All ideas are welcome. After all, this is a democracy.
All right, how about if we take a preliminary vote on Sonny Corinthos' guilt or innocence, and that way we'll know where we are going in.
Excellent. You heard the lady. We're taking a vote. You take one and pass that on to you.
Well, it seems pretty straightforward to me. I mean, Sonny Corinthos killed Claudia to stop her from kidnapping Carly's baby. And then he covered up to avoid what actually happened, and law enforcement is pouncing on their chance to get Sonny convicted of something.
What are you doing? You're violating rule number 7. Yeah, right here. No derailing of orderly process by pointless editorializing.
No, but I was stating my opinion.
Yeah, but no one asked you for your opinion. And we're taking a preliminary vote, and that means we want to see what people think before you try to sway them.
Well, that certainly wasn't my intention.
Well, perfect then. We can move on. Everyone pass up their votes, and let's see how much work we have to do before justice is served. Thank you. Thank you very much.
For God's sakes, Edward, what now?
All right.
Seems that the butler's gone AWOL.
What? Butler quit already? Must be a new record.
Well, now, whether Dobson quit or is about to be fired remains to be
Accused are
seen.
curious about Dobson. Do you guys know who Dobson
What are we
is?
supposed to do about a missing butler?
We are supposed
Let me know if
to
you guess
find
it
him.
when
was the
you
last time
see
any of you
Dobson.
saw or heard from Dobson? Huh?
Who the hell knows? I don't keep tabs on the butler. Monica, check your jewelry, and then we'll have to check the silver.
How to facilitate a robbery. You hire a complete stranger and then put him in a position of trust. 3 minutes after he walks through the door.
Hey, that's not fair. There's no evidence that Dobson's a thief. Hey, while you're looking for missing things, you might want to check the medicine cabinets for missing aftershave.
What? Aftershave? Don't ask. Can I go now?
No, you may not, young man. No one leaves this foyer until we've reached some kind of a resolution.
Oh.
I understood what you meant, Leopardus. Alright, any guesses who Dobson is, guys?
Where the hell have you been?
On my shuttle brick.
Doesn't matter, you're fired.
May I ask why, sir?
Neglect of duty and gross incompetence.
As you wish, sir. But is termination absolutely necessary?
Absolutely. You failed to communicate your whereabouts to anyone in this family, and that is cause for immediate dismissal in anyone's book.
Well, not in mine.
Yep. Short clip, guys, but did you figure out who Dobson was? Oh, man. Yeah, Alexis. That was Dobson. Alexis in disguise. All right. So this last one, I had to go to Twitter because I couldn't find the clip on YouTube. But it's a good one. It's more of Dobson and Alice. Nancy Lee Grahn posted it on her Twitter when she found out that Bergen Williams passed away. And it's an iconic scene, you guys. So iconic. Let me full screen this and we can watch this together.
You do want to see the baby. You know that I do. And you know that I would be violating a direct order if I were to let you upstairs. But I'd consider it in exchange for one little kiss. One little kiss. Oh my God. Davis?
Oh.
You do want to see the baby.
Oh man, I'm just gonna repeat. That was so good. That was so good. Nancy's a riot too. She's always so good at comedy. Oh man. So good. Well, I didn't have any other clips lined up, but I was gonna try to see if I could find more clips of Alice's jury duty. Just cause she loved doing it. They had her character enjoy it so much. Let's see if we can find any other clips. Jury selection. Okay, so that's probably like when there's just actual jury scenes in here. So this is probably the interview during the jury duty thing. Oh, why did Alexis do this? So I was barely watching back then. We're gonna watch that clip in a sec. I was barely watching back then, but I think her daughter Christina was living in this house with Ned at the time, and Alexis wasn't able to see her for some reason, so she disguised herself and got herself hired as a butler in the Quartermain mansion, and shenanigans ensued. Yeah, I wish I'd seen more of that story, but that's my understanding of it. I've only seen sporadic clips of it here and there, but I'm pretty sure that's what went down. All right, so let's see what this jury duty scene. Oh yeah, look at it. See this Envious 01, the jury. I made those clips back in 2010 on the Envious 01 channel. I like to focus on the minor characters sometimes. So we'll watch that after. We're going to watch this first, and then we'll watch the second one after.
Has your quality of life been affected by the criminal element in Port Charles?
Sure. Mr. Corinthos protects my block. Much respect, dude. You are awesome.
The prosecution thanks and excuses this juror.
Would you be willing to convict a man based on circumstantial evidence alone?
If the man is Sonny Corinthos? No question.
Maggot.
What is your occupation, Miss Niles?
I'm Dr. Niles. I'm a surgeon.
Dr. Niles. Do you consider yourself analytical?
Yes, but you should probably know that I have a social acquaintance with the defendant.
That's an exaggeration. She came to my restaurant one night. We ate, pasta. That was basically it.
The prosecution accepts this juror.
The defense as well, Your Honor.
But really?
Yeah, well, Lisa.
I don't want to serve on a jury. You don't want me on this one. Let's just say I'm very tolerant of the wrongly accused.
I've seen the rogue element of this town get away with way too much since I've been working for the Quartermains.
Because some of my best friends have been wrongly accused.
I believe if you do the crime, you do the time.
Because I don't want to see any of my wrongly accused friends go to prison.
I believe in our justice system.
How you doing, guy?
And I'd be proud to serve.
I have no respect for the law.
Members of the jury, do you solemnly swear to affirm and act fairly and impartially in this case? The people of the state of New York versus Michael Corinthos Jr. and follow the law as it is explained to you by the judge?
I do.
How on earth they picked Coleman, I'll never know. Truly. Alright, we'll watch this other clip of the jury that I clipped on NV01 so many years ago. Right now.
Oh, this is exciting. Here we are, finally. Talk about the case. What is this?
Ground rules on how to proceed in an orderly manner. Follow along. Okay, everyone, rule number 1. If you have something to say, please raise your hand.
What is this? Grade school?
You can actually see their faces.
Do we raise our hands to go to the bathroom too?
Well, great minds think alike. If you'll notice, that's rule number 2.
Who died and left you God?
You all did when you voted me jury foreperson.
Yeah, well, you pressured us into this. Maybe the first order of business here should be to vote for another foreperson.
And that violates rule number 3.
This isn't a dictatorship, you know.
Okay, I think that Alice has the right idea, even though her way of implementing it may be a little heavy-handed.
Wait, are you calling me fat, Twiggy?
No, I am agreeing with you. We need guidelines on procedure, otherwise it will be a free-for-all, and we'll never get anywhere.
Thank you, Lisa. What she said. Now, keep your rules with you at all times and we won't have any problems. Let's begin.
This scene of her in the hospital took place after 2012.
I have an idea on how to proceed.
All ideas are welcome. After all, this is a democracy.
All right, how about we take a preliminary vote on Sonny Corinthos' guilt or innocence, and that way we'll know where we are going in.
Excellent. You heard the lady. We're taking a vote. You take one and pass it on, please.
Well, it seems pretty straightforward to me. I mean, Sonny Corinthos killed Claudia to stop her from kidnapping Carly's baby. And then he covered up to avoid what actually happened, and law enforcement is pouncing on their chance to get Sonny convicted of something.
What are you doing? You're violating rule number 7.
I am?
Yeah, right here. No derailing of orderly process by pointless editorializing.
No, but I was stating my opinion.
Yeah, but no one asked you for your opinion. And we're taking a preliminary vote, and that means we want to see what people think before you try to sway them.
Well, that certainly wasn't my intention.
Well, perfect then. We can move on. Everyone pass up their votes, and let's see how much work we have to do before justice is served.
But don't even Methodist. I couldn't even imagine the chaos that would ensue.
Thank you very much.
Lisa and Peter were a couple. No way. No. It'd be horrible. Alright, well. Let's see what happens when I just type General Hospital Alice. And we'll see what we can find. See, this Monica and Alice will get arrested. This was in 2012, and I'm like, it's so hilarious. It's so funny. The fight between Tracy, Monica, and Alice was so funny. But I'm avoiding 2012 onward, guys. I'm sorry. Let's see. Aw, young Morgan. Alice Grant. That's a different Alice. Yeah, see, guys, there's not a whole lot of Alice. Oh, look. It's my live stream. We should just go all meta and watch me watching myself. Quartermains kick Brooklyn out. Coleman and Alice get jury duty. Alright, there's one. So Sky brings Lila Ray home to the Quartermains. This was probably shortly after she gave birth to Lila Ray. So let's watch that. Why not? I see Alice in the screenshot. She's there. Of course we get an ad. Oh, we can skip it though. We're good.
The strategy worked with Maxie, and it will work for the rest of the vultures.
Daddy, we're looking at a class action suit.
We wouldn't be in this predicament if you hadn't decided to cut the costs.
Daddy, you asked me to wake up the subsidiary. I did it.
I have never authorized a defective product.
You had no problem with the bottom line.
We can still save the bottom line and stave off the entire set
You hear that?
What?
Sounds like a baby.
Yeah, you're hearing things.
No. Well, there it is again. Listen.
You're right. What's going on? Oh my God. Sky, you're home.
No, Edward.
And look what you brought us.
It's my daughter, Lila Ray.
Well, you saved Sky the first time by getting her away from here, and then you saved her again by bringing her home with her cute little baby. Thank you.
Alice, it was just another mission, but thank you. Yeah, another mission where I did all the hard work.
Excuse me? I'm the one with the baby in the middle of nowhere.
Well, what about who found you, who rescued you?
Yes, it's true. Luke and Robert did find me, but Lorenzo's the one who delivered the baby.
Now listen, you put that criminal out of your mind because you are safe here.
Excuse me, weren't you planning on disappearing permanently?
Mom, stop.
It's true. I did panic and I ran. But then when I calmed down, I realized that my baby and I belong here in this house with all of you.
Lila Ray, that's a very important name to live up to.
Helen, since you were the one who adopted me and first brought me into this plan, I'd like you to be the first one to hold my baby daughter.
I'd love to.
Yeah, now she's going to cry. Tracy. She is. Hush. Beautiful.
Oh, she's a spunky little type. This one. I wish Lila were here to see this.
Yeah, so do I.
It's all right. It's okay.
Oh,
A little much for you, bringing the baby home?
Yeah, I guess so.
Are you all right?
If not, I don't want to claim it myself. If I had had my baby all cuddly and cute like Sky's, I would have never been able to give it away, but I wouldn't have been a good mom either. It's not that
Lulu, what might have been is a really hard thing to live with.
Yeah. Does it ever go away?
Well, you move on. Do your best to put it behind you.
Yeah, I'd like to see it.
But you never stop taking chances.
You want to get out of here, don't you?
I need to go see your mother.
That's okay. I'm fine. Give Mom my love.
I will, baby.
Thanks.
You did the right thing, Leslie Lou.
Thank you.
This family could definitely use a rating.
What do you know about this family?
I don't care what her hair color is.
Neither do I. You don't get an opinion. You're a maid.
Yes, she does. You're spending a lot of time with this baby.
Oh, please don't let the staff raise the child.
Well, I see nothing wrong with having a little help with your children.
I'll always regret the time I missed with AJ and Jason.
You did a terrible job with both of those boys. If that's a lawyer, slam the door.
I hope it's not Maxie.
Oh, she won't be back.
Are you worried about all this bickering around your baby?
Oh, I think she'll get used to it. After all, it's the way the court makes it. I love you.
Here to see my daughter.
Over my dead body.
Thank you for being so polite to the Quartermains.
Thank you for rescuing me. If it weren't for you, I think they would have tossed me in the lake.
Not so long ago, I wouldn't have blamed them.
How about now?
Now you were wonderful during Lila's birth, and I realized that I can't deny the truth. You're her father, and I want you to be a part of her life. But the problem isn't solved. From what I saw in South America, you're more entrenched in your business than ever. I still don't want that life for my daughter.
Well, why don't we figure out a compromise?
I'm listening.
I'll figure out a way to prove that my business isn't a threat. If you agree not to run away again. And you allow me to visit you and Lila here. For now.
Well, I think I can live with that. And so can you, my beautiful angel.
In the end, Sky and Lorenzo killed by Jason.
Don't even think of sneaking off.
You know, you ought to keep your voice down. Sleeping babies react badly to that kind of thing.
Well, Lila May, or Ray, whatever Sky named her, is just going to have to deal. My husband, on the other hand, is an entirely different story. Where is he?
Come on. You know how he loves babies and warm, fuzzy family moments.
He just started paying attention to his daughter, and now he's vanished. So why don't you just tell me, what is he up to?
Yep, you will not win, YouTube ads. Oh man, well, I don't know if we're gonna see any more Alice clips, you guys. Let's see. Well, lots of videos and news footage about her, though. Oh, okay. We'll watch Luke proposing to Tracy because Alice is there, and you know she's got something to say about that. And then I think that'll be our last clip for it. Let's see. Turn the sound back on now that the ad is over.
Daddy? Don't you think you're a little old to be crying to Daddy every time something goes wrong? If you got a problem with me, we can work this out man to man. Come on.
What's all this yelling about?
Fire the housekeeper.
On what grounds?
Incompetence. There's tarnish on the silver, the coffee is always cold, and there's dust bunnies under my bed.
Alice is doing a fine job.
Thank you, Mr. Q. This isn't an easy house to run.
I know, my dear. We're very lucky to have you.
What does she have on you? Pictures? Wiretaps?
I'm just very appreciative of the fine service that Alice has given us these many years.
Isn't there anybody that I can depend on for anything? He's back.
You can always depend on me, especially when it comes to telling the truth. So let's begin, shall we, Tracy? First of all, you're not mad at Alice or Father. Luke, however, that's a horse of a different color.
I'm not mad, Ellen. I'm scared. The next bullet could have Luke's name on it.
My role is to remind you of all the things you should already know. For example, terrorizing poor Alice and the rest of the staff is not going to make Luke do what you want. You are punishing the very people who live to serve you. That's selfish, Tracy.
Selfish? You're calling me selfish? You know death does not become you, Alan. You become a hypocrite. Do we need to count the number of times you blew off family in favor of floozies and a handful of pills? I'm trying to save Luke's life. And you have the nerve to call me selfish.
She's as nutty as last year's fruitcake.
Damn Luke Spencer for doing this to Tracy just when I need her.
I'm not happy to see you. I actually miss Mr. Luke.
Speak of the devil.
Put in your time. We need you here. Tracy needs you.
And I am desperate enough to agree.
Well, that's what I'm counting on. If you can't be honest with me, at least be honest with yourself. This has nothing to do with saving Luke's life. You want Luke back, you just won't admit it.
You're wrong.
Maybe now.
I wouldn't take Luke back if he begged me on both knees.
What if he limped in on one bad knee?
It's pointless to go over this again, Luke. We have made our positions abundantly clear, and never the twain shall meet. So go.
Not until I've said my piece.
Terminator.
That's Dominator.
Whatever. Just do your chicken grip hold on him and toss him to the curb.
At least hear what the man has to say.
Tracy, don't you think you should at least hear what the man has to say?
Do you have to agree with Father?
I implore you, Luke, please help Tracy in her time of need.
I am through needing anything from this mob wannabe.
Ouch. Methinks the lady doth protest too much.
Your mouth says no, but your eyes say yes.
Okay, you know, I appreciate all the help here, but you're just making her dig in deeper. Let me take it from here.
I love a man that takes charge.
Good to know. Take him.
Good luck, Mr. Luke.
Oh, also the ghost-in-law, you can go too, Alan.
Alan stays.
Oh, he's already gone, isn't he? Yes, he's already gone.
He's right here.
No, it's just you and me, Tracy. That is a fact of life. And it's one that I'm not going to let you deny for one more day.
Why are you doing this?
Because I want my wife back.
But you're not willing to do what it takes to make that happen. You're beating a dead horse, Luke. Why don't you go find one of those scary women you like so much? Anna Devane and Claudia Zakara spring readily to mind. Just leave me alone.
There's no one else for me, Tracy. No one anywhere.
I was gonna say, what is he doing with that floppy ass phone?
And I know it's the same for you.
You don't know anything about me.
Look, I know I'm nobody's idea of a great catch. But I'm better with you. I'm so much better. We're a perfect match. We work, damn it. So here I am before you.
Yeah, I miss that era too, JDN.
Deeply flawed.
I mean, I'm sure, like, back then I thought that, like...
Offering my broken body and my battered heart.
You know, in comparison to now, it's like, oh, we had it good even back then.
And this. Won't you please bear it again?
So, would you prefer we ignore our fundamental but very real differences?
Yes, I prefer we ignore them.
And what about the Zakaras?
Screw the Zakaras.
You're gonna leave them to manage their own affairs?
I'll get out as soon as I can. In the meantime, I love you. I miss you. I want you back. Oh, come on. Are you going to make me get down on my one good knee? Be sure now, because I can't get back up.
Well, I'm certainly right. Don't you know that I'm just trying to save your life?
Why don't you leave that to me? Come on, Spanky. I can get this right. Give me a chance to treat you the way you deserve to be treated.
Aw, so good. Man. Well, let me full screen myself again. There I am. Put some mood music back on. But yeah, that was our little look back at some Alice scenes of yesteryear. I hope you guys all enjoyed that. Man, it was good times. It was good times. A great era on the show, and the end of an era since Alice and Bergen Williams has passed away. Life, man, it just keeps on going on. Vibing out. Well, before I go, let's talk about what happens in the month of December, because tomorrow is December 1st. We are going to be watching a lot of classic GH Christmas clips, and I've got a great one for tomorrow. We're watching an entire episode, you guys, so it's going to be a long one. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but it's obviously a Christmas episode, and it's a fun one. Mid-2000s, I believe, so, you know, we're going back, you know, about 15-ish years, give or take. Leopardess, you liked when Luke called Tracy Spanky Buns? Yeah. Or even just Spanky. Luke had great nicknames for, like, all of his loves. And his family, too. Like, I think Ethan was Dodger, right? Lucky was Cowboy, Lulu was Gumdrop, Laura was Angel, Tracy was Spanky, Anna was Slim? Angel Blue, you're not ready for December? Man, I can't believe we're already at the end of 2021. Like, where did this year go? But yeah, Christmas themes all month long for GHMB Reacts. It is back full throttle in December. Buttercup. Yeah, I think Lulu was Buttercup, or was Tracy Buttercup? I don't know, they all blend together. You know what? Spinelli had really good nicknames for everyone, too. It's been a wild ride, hasn't it, guys? End of the world. Man, it's felt like it like the last 2 years, hey? 2020 and 2021, the dumpster fire. Man. Who would have thought Jason would be off the show again? Yikes. That's okay, JDN. We're all friends here. Yeah, Spinelli's nicknames were cool. Yeah, it sure is. Sure is, Angel. So far, where I'm at, we're okay over here. Cases were pretty bad in the summer here, but they went down once we started doing like the vaccine passport thing. And oh, you're heartbroken, JDN. You kind of want to recast for Jason soon to continue the story. Yeah, I did arrive in Ontario and Quebec, I think, Leopardus. So far not in Alberta where I am. Yeah, people are iffy on the recast. I honestly, I'm okay either way if they don't recast Jason or if they do. Because I get that, like, you know, all of his stories were kind of uprooted by this situation. And realistically, they could just recast him for a while to kind of at least finish it off in a better manner, and then maybe usher him off screen after that. Kind of like what they did with Nicholas, because Tyler Christopher left, and then they had a recast for like a couple weeks, and then they ushered him off by killing him off. So I feel like they could do the same with Jason, just to kind of at least wrap up the stories that he had going a little bit better, because there was no real game plan to do that. Yeah, it's true. He just came back in like 2017, I think. We're only in 2021. But honestly, like, at this rate, characters come back from the dead so often, I'm surprised anyone would believe that anyone is actually dead, especially when there's no body. Especially Carly, given what she just went through. Did you guys watch today's episode? The little montage of Carly and Jason's friendship and relationship? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I won't mind if they recast Jason, as long as when, you know, if one day Steve Burton can come back, that they don't have a ridiculous storyline where he's not the real Jason and there's just mind mapping and all that. I can't go through it. I don't want reconstructive surgery and all this. And then an insta twin when Steve Burton decides he wants to be back again. We don't need no triplets coming in. Now we know why they spaced out the Grace storyline. They had to make a new storyline. Yeah, that's true. I kind of like that they reused the recreation of how Carly and Jason met. Because I remember that Laura Wright had to refilm the scenes of how they met. Obviously because of the recast. Wonder what would have happened between Britt and Jason if Steve didn't leave. Good question. I mean, I think that they would have tried to get back together again, but I think obviously Jason and Carly's feelings would come into play a little bit. And especially if, you know, shit hits the fan with Sonny and Nina, Then Carly would probably go running back to Jason, and it would have been a love triangle. That's my opinion. Tired of the One Life to Live recycled storyline. We might never see Jax again. Yeah, pity. I'm sorry. I did not like Ingo, and I do not. I'm not a fan of Jax. I used to be a fan of Jax. Being less of a fan of Jax doesn't have much to do with Ingo, because I'm pretty good at separating the two. But Jax just became so unlikable the last few years as well. I think the last time I actually liked Jax was probably like 2011-ish. Man. They could always recast Jax if they wanted to, but what's the point? Like, he had nothing to do. It kind of felt like they were just keeping him on out of pity, you know what I mean? If Steve didn't leave in 2012, Sam wouldn't have got her baby back as soon. Sam's relationship with McBain would have continued. Yeah, you're probably right. That was A Kiss with Sam. I think they CGI too. A Kiss with Sam? I can't see any other Aussie who can play Jax other than Ingo. He's been recasted before, but mostly because he got sick or something, and we had a different Jax for a while. I was actually watching those scenes the other night when I was bored. Not because of the recast Jax, but he just happened to be a recast Jax in the scenes that I was watching. Yeah, that's what I want to know too, Angel Blue. I don't know. What are you talking about, Leopardus, with a Sam CGI kiss? Yeah, I feel like Jax became unlikable. You removed Sam in the scene and put Carly using CGI. I don't think so. That was definitely a real kiss between Steve Burton and Laura Wright. If you're talking about the montage. No, there was definitely no CGI and mixing of the scenes. There's enough scenes of Carly and Jason kissing that it was real. No, that wasn't CGI. No, that was when Laura Wright and Steve Burton recreated an old scene of Carly and Jason's when Laura Wright first came on. No, definitely wasn't CGI. I remember being fascinated by those scenes when I originally watched them when they first aired. Also memorable because Jason wasn't wearing a black shirt. But no, I do remember watching those scenes of Jason and Carly's flashback kiss. They've recreated the scenes of how they met at Jake's, and they recreated when Carly was pregnant with Michael, with Laura Wright playing Carly. I think we've seen both of those scenes in the same episode, if not a couple episodes apart as well. Yeah, those recreations would have taken place in 2005, if not early 2006. Because Laura Wright came on as Carly during the train wreck story. JD, I have to be honest, I feel like, and I hate to say, I feel like Kelly Monaco really sabotaged J-Sam. Like, she just didn't seem to want to do those scenes anymore. Angel Blue, I think technically, depending on venues, he very well may still be allowed to go and participate in them, but he probably has to do rapid PCR tests. I don't remember JD, I wasn't watching when Michael was born. I don't think I started watching until after Sarah Brown was already gone. Like, my first Carly was Tamara Braun. And I think, like, very early on in Tamara Braun's tenure as Carly as well. And I still remember Carly number 3 that we all kind of like to forget about. I forget the actress's name, but we all try to forget about her. Sometimes the drama behind the scenes is more interesting than the actual show. Yeah, certainly right now. I think at this point we're all kind of tired of the Peter storyline, so it's like anything else seems more interesting, because we know, like, Peter doesn't seem to ever be going away, which sucks. JDN, Ingo is a racist. Yeah, he seems like it. I don't think you're wrong. I feel like Kelly Monaco checks out a lot of her scenes. Yeah, you're right. Like, I truly think, like, she's been bitter since Billy Miller left the show, and, like, it shows in her performances. Like, to be fair, Kelly and Billy had mad chemistry, and I feel like they probably had a bit of a romance in real life too. They were so close. Yeah, Tamara was my first Carly. I don't know, Leopardess. I honestly, I try not to pay too much attention to, like, the, the actors and actresses' personal lives too much. Obviously, some of it does come to blow. I don't have Twitter, but every now and then I'll creep, especially when I hear that something went down on Twitter, and it's usually between Nancy and Ingo. But this time it was Cassandra James and Ingo. And then Nancy chimed in after. Ingo's a mess. Man, I used to adore Kelly Monaco, Angel Blue. I really did. I adored her as Sam, especially back in the day. Sam was one of my favorite characters when I started watching. Kelly pretty much had mad chemistry with everyone she worked with too back then. Jennifer Bransford, that's her name. Yeah, I briefly remember seeing pictures of Billy and Kelly on in the water at the beach too, holding each other in each other's arms. Briefly remember that. Kelly and Steve are probably friends. I just think that there's probably some resentment when Steve came back and she wouldn't get to be with, his character anymore because he wasn't Jason. And obviously Jason and Sam being Jason and Sam, it was inevitable to have Steve and Kelly get back together, and then they basically shoved Billy out that door. Kelly and Steve. I don't think anything happened really between Kelly and Steve. I just think that, they worked for, with each other for many years, and then she got to work with Billy and probably, was a little bit smitten by Billy, and I think things just got a little awkward when Steve came back and, she didn't get to work with Billy anymore. And then, when Billy got booted, then it just, that's when I feel like Kelly just started to go downhill in terms of how she was on the show. You could just tell that the fire was kind of out of her heart and soul and in her eyes once Billy left. I regret the day Wes Ramsey went to work with Laura Wright and Frank gave him a job. Oh my god, don't we all? Don't we all? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Steve's been a married man for many years, and, her and Billy were both single, and they both had fun. Yeah, I kind of have a love-hate relationship with Frank Valentini, honestly. It drives me mad that, especially when it was, him and Ron Carlivati, that they obviously had their obvious favorites. Because, they just ushered in, the cast of One Life to Live right onto the show. They didn't even care what the rules were, about the networks and how they could utilize the characters. They made them, on-screen and, full front burner characters when they were only supposed to be on a little bit. And then GH got sued. And then he had to usher them off and usher them as new characters. And man, yeah. Let's all go to the GH set and become characters ourselves, you guys. Sometimes I imagine what, I would be like in Port Charles and who I'd be friends with. Yeah, honestly, I'll try to, think, what would I react to if I was just constantly caught in explosions and train wrecks and car crashes and, fires. I feel like I would handle it very sarcastically, just to be like, man, I've been in another explosion? What is this? What is wrong with this town? Kelly talked about how Steve helped her during her breakup with boyfriend of 18 years. Yeah, you could tell, for many years that Steve and Kelly were good friends and close, and, they had, a playful, I would say that they had a playful brother-sister relationship off-screen. Just based on what, the clips that I would see at their, big soap events, the ones that they used to throw at Disney World. Yeah, I'm glad Laura's happy with Wes and they're an adorable couple. I can differentiate, Peter and Wes, but... Man. You know what? At this point, I'd even settle to just, kill Peter off and just make him another character that's less annoying. Because they do that with everyone else, right? They could do that with Wes. If they don't want to keep him off the show, at least kill Peter for us. Kill Peter and make him a likable character. And make sure that, you know, the Port Charles residents don't recognize him as Peter like they don't recognize Austin as Franco, you know? Not the same person. American Horror Story does it every single season. Y'all remember Dirty Soap? That sounds familiar. That sounds familiar, Angel Blue. I'm assuming it was like a SoapNet thing, right? I didn't have SoapNet, but I, you know, YouTube, they'd post a lot of the shows from SoapNet. I always enjoyed watching Kelly and Kirsten have scenes on GH as well. Sam and Maxie as like badasses and best friends. In their rebellious bad girl phases. I kind of miss Messy Maxie. Messy Maxie would have killed Peter herself a long time ago. Or she would have gotten someone else to kill him by now. No doubt. If you're with someone that long, Angel. Oh, it was on. Oh, that's right. I remember now. Yeah, Dirty Soap was like, kind of like a look into the actors' lives, right? Yeah. Briefly remember it. I think I only got to watch like one or two scenes, but I do remember it. Clearly it didn't last very long. Yeah, you're right, Angel Blue. Like, what happened to Maxie's intelligence? She could see a con from a mile away back in the day. And she'd use that to her advantage every time, too. Tyler Christopher and Natalia Livingston dated. Yes, they did. And they still had to play Nicholas and Emily as a couple even after they weren't dating anymore. But they were very professional about it, I think, so... Yeah, Maxie's heart belonged to BJ. Yeah, I miss Maximista the fashionista. I thought we'd catch more of a glimpse of it when she started doing like Deception on her own. But no. We don't get to see her rocking like fashionable choices like Nina does with Crimson. Every now and then they'll throw Maxie in like a black leather jacket though, and it really suits her and makes her look badass, but it's like so rare. I think Natalia and Tyler like broke up way before Nicholas and Emily did, or like no, I think they broke them up for a while, but then they put the couple back together, and then they got to stay together for a while, and then yes, they killed Emily off, but then she ended up back as Rebecca anyway. So you know they still, even though they weren't Nicholas and Emily anymore, like Natalia And Tyler still had to share scenes and kiss when she was Rebecca Shaw. Yeah, you're right, Leopardus. Ever since, what was his name? Levi Dunkelman or whatever. That was ridiculous. She went on an Eat, Pray, Love journey when Kirsten Storms gave birth in real life. Why did they kill off BJ? I think they just wanted to tell a really tragic story. Like, I think that was the intention, to just have, you know, Maxie become sick and Felicia's best friend Bobby, you know, having her child die and having to give that heart. I think they really just did it for the emotional beat. Nah, Georgie was the little sister. Why is Georgie? Yeah. That BJ storyline was, I think, under the Claire LeBion era for GH, and she loved to tell really, like, emotional, heartbreaking stories. Because, you know, that's the same era where we got, you know, Robin and Stone and the AIDS storyline as well. It was the 90s. Everything was like emotional and heartbreaking, or just like really heartfelt in general. Child donors. Yeah, I kind of hate what they did with Felicia towards the end of her original tenure on the show. Still hope they do more with Donna and the Spina Bifida. Yeah, it was kind of weird that it was, you know, was brought up the entire pregnancy, and then it was like, nope, everything's fine when she was born. Yesterday was Stone and Robin's anniversary when he died, wasn't it? Yeah, it was the 26th anniversary. And I don't know if you guys caught it, but Maurice Bernard had Michael Sutton on his State of Mind show on YouTube. And they talked about, you know, that original storyline. Maxie dragged Felicia at Georgie's funeral. Yeah, she did. She really did. I feel like I reacted to that. I think we did a GHMV Reacts with that scene of Maxie dragging Felicia. Felicia and Frisco are deadbeats. Yeah, it's so sad. Yeah, but that wasn't Laura being a deadbeat. That was Laura literally just having a nervous breakdown and then going into catatonia. Like, she wasn't really a deadbeat mom. She was in a coma. She was in a coma. She couldn't be a mom. She was comatose. And then by the time they finally really brought Laura out of it, like, Lulu was already a grown-up. She's already dating Johnny. State of Mind show was so good. Michael looked good. Yeah. I do like that the show brought Stone back a couple years back when Sonny was almost dying, when Sam shot him into that hole. And then a few years before that, he made an appearance with Robin as well before she left the show. Back when Lisa threw her in a well. And those were great scenes too. Long time coming as well. Honestly, I wouldn't mind Michael Sutton coming on as a new character. I don't want them to undead Stone, because that would really ruin the original story, and, you know, that's something that shouldn't be touched. Sorry, my heater turned on if you hear, like, something in the background. I always thought Mac was Maxie and Georgie's real father. Oh, wow, really? Yeah, no, Jack Wagner. Jack Wagner's Frisco was their dad. And, yeah. He just hasn't been on the show since they were babies, so until, you know, a few years ago. That is not typical what happens when you are born with spina bifida. You still have to deal with nerve damage, possibly from the brain, bowels, and bladder, also possible paralysis. Yeah, I really thought GH would do more with that story. There was, I feel like, during that era, the couple, however long it's been since that, like, they were doing these, like, health stories, and then they just stopped them. Like, they'd start them, and then they would just disappear. Because when you think about it, there was the spina bifida with Donna. Alexis had... What did Alexis have again? They mentioned it briefly not too long ago, but, like... something with her bones in her hands, right? And there was Bobby, who became diabetic, I think, and then they never brought that up again either. Like, all these, like, health storylines, and then they'd start them, and then they just gave up. GH really just drops the ball on actual hospital-oriented storylines. They only gave Ned one child. Is it bad that I was like, who's Ned's child? Brooklyn, obviously. Yeah, Ned was never really a great character. It's a hospital show. Yeah, medical stuff. Even if it's not the main thing, it should be, like, one of the main things. You know what I mean? Like, I remember when General Hospital created Night Shift, and they were like, well, it's a spin-off to focus on the hospital. I'm like, the show is called General Hospital. Why do we need a spin-off show to focus on the hospital when the show is called General Hospital? And I was actually really enjoying Night Shift better than GH when Night Shift was airing as well. Why Lois left Ned. Yep. The hospital crisis. The 2009 crisis. Hospital toxic balls. BLQ. And they brought Lois back briefly with a different recast and had her end up falling for Lorenzo Alcazar. Osteoporosis, that's what it was. Thanks, Angel. Yeah, Night Shift was really a great show. I think I almost enjoyed Season 2 better than Season 1, though, because Season 1, they still brought Jason on to become, like, the main character and brought him on as a janitor. I was like, even in Night Shift, we can't get away from Jason. Back then, I actually didn't like Jason that much. I liked J-Sam. Not a fan of Jason on his own. That obviously changed throughout the years once they started giving him more equal screen time as everyone else. Alexis did have cancer too. Yeah, that was a few years back though. I think the best scene from Alexis's cancer storyline was Spinelli giving her weed. And then her being high in front of Rick. And I think Sunny too. Yeah, I always think about that too, Angel Blue. Like, we definitely saw Brooklyn with a pregnancy test that showed that it was positive. Like, we definitely saw that on screen just before GH went off the air. Ned and Lois married in real life. They had a daughter named after the lady who played Mary May Ward. Aww. Oh man, Mary May Ward. That was one of the characters, like, whenever I would watch, like, classic 90s episodes of GH, I loved Mary May Ward. And her relationship with the Spencers, especially. That's why I was excited when Maya Ward came on, and they had her meeting up with Lucky and Ethan. And especially Lucky, because he was just excited to meet, you know, a relative of Mary May's. Mary May Ward was just, her presence on the show was so regal. Leopardess, he said, I liked that story with Robert's cancer and Jagger's son. Yeah! Like, they brought Jagger back on and then had him have a son named Stone. And Stone had autism too, remember? Little Stone, not like original Stone. Jagger's son, Stone, had autism. Yeah, Rick and Alexis were a good couple until the summer of sleaze, when he slept with Sam. Oh boy. Yeah, look at all of us getting nostalgic about classic GH right now. I only planned on this live stream being like an hour at most. I think Phyllis is going to be Mary May 2.0. I think you're right. Honestly, like, she has the potential to be that for sure. I mean, mind you, she's not going to be some singer. Because Mary May could sing. But it would be nice to have, like, someone that people could go to for advice. She's definitely one of those characters. Yeah, I hope that they have Phyllis interact with more than just Nina and Sunny and Carly and, you know, the people involving that story. It's nice to hang out on board and watch Socialization. Yeah, I've been there. Yeah, sometimes it's nice to just vibe and hang out on a live stream. I don't mind live streaming, I'm not gonna lie. I still, like my usual Sunday shows, I want to keep it as is. And like, you know, review it in like a non-live kind of way. So I can throw in my jokes and my editing skills and keep that, you know, keep that consistent. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna live stream more often. Obviously, the GHMV Reacts franchise now will be live streams from here on out, which is gonna be nice. But you know, like maybe, like, hopefully this doesn't happen. But if GH were to like get shut down again because of COVID, like we would definitely just binge a lot of episodes on a live stream together. We would have like 8-hour live stream days of just watching classic episodes back to back. The music in the background is a vibe. Yeah, I thought I'd switch up the music from like the usual stuff. The background music for tomorrow and onwards for December is going to be very Christmas lo-fi type of music. So it's still chill, but Christmassy chill. I wish they would bring Lois back. Yeah, I'd be down for Lois to make a return to the show. Oh, imagine bringing her back though, and then Ned and Olivia, as if they don't already have enough problems. I don't know if a shutdown will happen. I mean, it honestly, I guess it depends on how well the vaccine that everyone has works against the variants, but probably it'll just be like modified boosters and whatever. Worst case scenario. I think they're already trying to work on something for it, so we'll see. Like, I think the reality of the situation is that we are gonna have to somehow figure out how to learn to live with this thing. You know what I mean? Because it's not gonna go away, and I feel like that's how most of these these pandemic situations kind of play out. Like, eventually you kind of learn to, yes, have vaccines for it, but also find ways to live around it and be cautious and just be careful. Time to set my ringtone to Mariah Carey. Oh my god, I'm not gonna lie, I try to avoid that song. I just try to avoid it. I can't. That's the only thing that keeps Mariah Carey relevant these days, is that song. Surprisingly, I work in a mall, if you guys didn't know that, and not once have I heard the song yet, because they started playing Christmas music right after Remembrance Day in the mall, and I don't think I've heard All I Want for Christmas Is You yet. Oh, the honeymoon. J-Sam's honeymoon, I'm guessing. Yeah, J-Sam in 2011 were kind of nice because they both kind of found their footing, like, as themselves and with each other. Like, Sam didn't really need Jason, and it was kind of like a more equal relationship, whereas I think back in the day, it was very much, Sam was like, not necessarily a damsel in distress, but she just was very dependent on Jason. Like, like she wouldn't know what to do without him. This thing needs chill, and most of the world needs to be axed if we can coexist. Peacefulness. Yeah. Peace would be nice. Man, can't believe it's already December, and I gotta plan GHMV Reacts for, like, the year. Does Canada still follow UK holidays? I mean, I don't think so. Like, I have friends in the UK, and their Thanksgiving is still very different from ours, and yeah, I don't think so. And their Mother's Day is very different from ours as well. That's the only thing I can remember about UK holidays. You like that Sam had her own crib too? Yeah, Sam had a really nice apartment with that hot tub. I definitely enjoyed her and Lucky's relationship during that era. Low-key was more of a Lou Sam fan than a J Sam fan, not gonna lie. But I love J Sam, so that doesn't mean much. I don't think Lou Sam would have worked with Jonathan Jackson as Lucky, though. Kelly and Greg were just such a pretty couple. Was it a big deal in Canada when the Queen husband died? I don't think so. I don't think so. Like, obviously it was broadcasted and everything, but I don't know. No one within my friend group really talked about it. My step-grandmother, my grandfather's wife, adores the royal family, so, like, I think she was very, emotional about it, but, yeah. 2009 was my favorite year. Yeah, J-Sam was great in 2009, you're right. Yeah, Sam's Blonde highlights in 2007, and like I think it kind of went on and continued in 2008 as well. Man, I just find that, like, when I look back at, like, the characters' hairstyles and, like 15 years ago, they really, I don't know, it's almost like they just don't try with the actors and actresses' hair anymore. I mean, I don't know if that has to do with COVID, maybe. But yeah. J-Sam in the hot tub. I think it would have been weird if they had J-Sam in that hot tub. You know, after the stuff with Lucky. Did we ever even get to see even like a J-Sam shower scene? I don't even remember. I feel like the actors would have to get permission to cut and color their hair, but mostly because of the consistency of scenes. Like, I think they're probably allowed to get their hair cut and colored and whatnot as long as it doesn't occur when they're supposed to be filming on like the same day, you know what I mean? Because days can last like 5 or 6 days of shooting on General Hospital. So they probably would have to time a haircut with like an episode where it's going to start as a new day. Sam called Carly out on her ish. Yeah.